We're back. Hey, everyone.
Hey, guys.
3 best dressed men in the store right now.
That's how we do it.
Coming to you.
Yeah.
So, Aaron, pretty good round for you, you got to say.
I was just worried about, finishing the first one when I thought there was no way I could blow it, and then Ahmed, being the great player he is, finds a way back. And then the second one, I was just worried about going to time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were both playing kind of fast there.
Yeah, well, so that first game got down 6 points pretty early. How'd you pull that back?
I have no idea. He missed a lot of HQ accesses. Every time he ran HQ, I had at least 2 agendas, and he kept dancing around them, especially the second to last turn he ran. He saw the Eli, he saw the DBS, Daily Business Show, and then he didn't hit either of my agendas.
Yeah, and we were trying to math out alternatives.
I don't think there's anything I could do. Because the problem was, I knew the last 2 ice in my deck could keep him out if they're remote, but I didn't draw them. I drew the 2 Niseis instead.
Yeah.
If I had drawn either the Enigma or the Lotus Field that was left in my deck, I would have put that in the remote. I don't know if that maybe I should have iced HQ with the toll booth at the end, but then if I do that,
so. You don't have enough time.
Yeah, you
I don't
can't
have time.
score
Yeah,
at
I'll
that
deck.
point.
Then that way I deck myself before I'll score
and so
2 agendas. I don't know.
The only other thing I thought of was putting the Eli down in front of HQ, because then it costs him 3 to get in, and he's out of money cards.
I thought of that, but then
Morningstar.
Morningstar is just one card. Yeah, like if I do that, he's just gonna. I don't even have the money to res it. I barely had money to res toll booth.
Money for the side game.
I need 1 credit. If I had 1 more credit,
I know.
I could have won the game.
Yeah, it was tough because I know I can't complain about my draw, but the card that I was fishing for there when you saw me drawing was Wanton. I mean, Wanton does crazy work when I know he's holding stuff. I could go FC at 1 card at a time, or I could just try and hit the hand, and then Archives was open after I parasited the pup, and I knew he wasn't going to invest money to try and protect that again.
Right.
So I was hoping to just wait long enough to get a fistful of agendas, wonton them all away, and go get them.
That's a question that we have, actually. You ran Archives, and then you Singularity'd.
Yep.
You just it didn't occur to you to do it first?
I
or?
You can't run the remote
you
first.
can't run. You can't run remote
that's
first.
right.
I honestly,
so.
I literally had the card raised in my hand, ready to go Singularity. I'm like, oh no, replicating perfection. Got to keep the surprise.
I was shocked. I thought I lost the game. It took me so long to see it. I have interns in my head.
Yeah,
I was almost about to concede. I was like, I can't win this game.
Well, because he got 1 interns earlier, right?
Yeah, I had interns.
With the first one.
Yeah.
That
was. I didn't know he was playing a second unit.
Yeah.
The biggest thing at the end that I had the same old thing in hand, and I wish that I could lay it down and then go into Singularity, but Singularity is a double, and so you have to run the remote, and I can't just lay it down between turns because then I was tagged and he could trash it.
Right.
Yep.
So it was kind of one of those where I'm like, all right, let him pile him up long enough. I got to get lucky off one of these HQ accesses because it's all Niseis for the most part left.
And eventually you did.
Yeah,
Thank God.
Hilarious. Yeah. It would be really funny if you didn't get it then either.
I think I would have gone in the corner and cried, but it was a good game.
And those future perfects, it's so much fun. We played these
we played a lot of games.
Hey, you actually won a few side games.
I know.
So that was
that game was tight.
Groundbreaking.
Like that's amazing
that was
about
really
Netrunner. Like 1 credit makes that huge of a difference.
Yeah.
It really does.
The game.
Yeah. Speaking of which, that second game, you had the breaking news.
Yep.
Randall suggested you could have scored it.
And trash Katie.
Yeah,
Did you think about that?
It's a good call. At that point with the Astro scored, I think I had the other Astro in hand at that point, so I kind of saw my path to victory as, hey, we're training out at this point.
Right.
And the biggest problem, and I played Ahmed with this matchup recently. If you get the breaking news pulled early, then he gets, or I don't see the other one.
Yeah, it's hard to score.
I knew a legwork was coming. I've been legworked by Ahmed enough times with great success to where I just said, I'm holding 2. Right. I got to start banging these out, or I'm going to get greedy and lose next turn. Yeah. So I thought about it, but it was just one of those things where I've had that great idea enough times. I know he's got stim hacks. I know he's got self-modifyings, and Ouroboros, that was the remote ice at the time, and I just said that's not going to be enough to keep him out. Otman at 4 will crush me.
Yeah, it turns out Otman at 4 is pretty strong against a lot of ice.
Yeah, it's a good card.
I had to make a hard choice at the end whether I was going to lay down under RDI and just hope he doesn't have it in hand, or I could have same old thing legworked as my last turn,
Well, what somebody from chat suggests is if you had Clot in your deck, you could have installed that.
Oh, I could, but that costs 2 influence.
Thank God I didn't have to play against Clot.
I don't have 2 influence. Maybe I do have 2 influence. I don't have 2 influence.
If you guys saw the earlier game on camera against Michael, I had to play around Clot that entire game and get crafty. And then my next game that was off camera was against a Clot opponent.
Let me look up there.
And I'll look up there. I'm screwing it up.
Oh, I'm looking at myself. That's
yeah,
the
the camera's
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah.
I will tell you
That's
guys
hard
who
to do.
haven't
I don't
played
wanna
with the
talk
new
I was
pack.
talking to you. There. Now I gotta talk to this thing.
It Clot's a good
yeah,
card. That's
yeah.
all I'll
Yeah.
say. For if you guys haven't played it, it changes the way you play. I'm not abandoning NBN, but it's tough to play around.
Well, I think that probably puts you up near the top of the standings right now, going into
We'll try
round
to keep it
4.
going.
So, good luck to you on that, Ahmed.
Yeah.
I know you can 2-0 these
Okay.
next 2 rounds and get up there.
Yeah,
See you back.
hopefully we'll
Maybe
see.
see you both back on camera.
I
Yeah,
hope so.
I'll come
For the
back.
next
That was a
round or
great game.
something.
The first
Yeah.
game I think was very entertaining.
Yeah.
I was having fun just playing. We
I-
were talking
yeah,
about halfway
we were
through. Like, this is
talking.
like the funnest game ever.
Yeah.
Like win, lose, or draw is a great game.
Well, we're gonna wrap it up there. Thanks for coming in and talking to us, guys, and looking
Thanks,
good
guys.
on camera.
Great tournament so
No
far.
problem.
Yeah, and we'll be back to you guys with chat for the round 4 pairings, right? Yeah, right after this. So stick with us. We'll be right back.
Cool.